What's up, everybody? This is your girl Ericka from the CLASSYIT blog. Let me go ahead and move this hair out the way because I know y'all will complain. Let me get this hair out the way. Okay, so long and the story short, which I could do a better job than that, but oh well. We're gonna do a quick one here. This is I'm lying. This isn't gonna be quick. It's probably gonna be an hour. First half of this video is gonna be about banks closing. Second half and credit crunch. The second half is gonna be about your favorite influencers retiring, getting out of the way. I always talk about I'm J. Cole in between two generations, young and the old, and nothing wrong with that. Because there's so many lanes on this platform, you can get into any lane. But why people are doing it, where are they going, why are they doing it, what's going on? And so I want to break that down for y'all. Okay, so let me go ahead and start sharing my screen in this first half of this. And I hope the dryer isn't too loud because I had to dry some clothes, y'all. It's about to be 9 degrees here later tonight. But first, drop your city and state in the chat, if you will. Tell us where you're coming from. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ericka Williams, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. We are going through a reset. I was driving over by my gym yesterday, and I actually forgot and drove by this whole big, office buildings. And it's nighttime. Now, the rule of thumb is office buildings leave the lights on empty units so that anytime a broker comes by and shows people lights already on, or if somebody drives by at night, they can see what's available. I drove by this one area, and Peter will put the clip in when I chop this video up, but not right now, of this area that's just completely empty. And I'm driving around it, and it's just like lights on every floor. And it's in a neighborhood where people live a little bit more upper middle class and they can work from home. And most of the businesses on that side of town are closed at 7:30. So, and of course people say, well, Ericka, it was a Tuesday when you did that. What about on the weekends? We're going to have an economy where most places are open on the weekends, where everybody goes to Atlanta on the weekends, where people visit Chicago on the weekends, where people are going places on the weekends. And that's coming. So first thing first, banks closing. Now there's a lot, and I love this girl's page. Let me give her full credit. I don't know how to say her name. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm not a person that disrespects people. She's AKA and a wife is what she says in her title here. It's very important to put that up there. But this is the first part. You're not gonna be able to hear this because I ain't even playing with the volume. But California man deposits $33,000. Let's hear that again. $33,000 check into Bank of America account. Never sees it again as the branch closes. So let's go ahead and do this. As of October 4th, there were over 720 out of the 4,217 Bank of America branches closed, temporary or permanent. And I think a lot of them are going to permanent. Now, Wells Fargo's like, hey, chill out, man. 94% of our branches are open. Only 288 temporarily closed. Let's be very clear. The branch manager knew. Okay. And that was January 1st, 11/11. That branch manager knew, and several people on staff knew that place was closing. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they tell the TV. I don't care what they tell the news. They knew that place was closing. They knew they were getting orders that, hey, it might shut down. So in order to take this man check and then hours later be closed, that's just reckless on Bank of America not to be like, hey, this branch is closing. They basically kept up the facade to the day of. And let me tell you something. The people's comments are cracking me up because people like, I would go to Brian Moynihan's office. I would sue for emotional distress. People are like, why didn't she inform him they were closing? These are common sense things. This dude said I would have climbed through the window trying to get it back. Let me tell you something. That is reckless. Bank of America knew it was closing that day. In order for it to close that day, the staff knew, the manager knew. I mean, so there's a thing called banks bailout, and there's a thing called banks bail-in. It's where they're going to be eating your money. Some of these banks are going to eat your money. I love when Grant Cardone says, when you owe the bank $20 million, it's their problem, all right? When you owe them $2 million, it's your problem. Because 20, 40, 30, $50 million, banks just can't disappear on you like this. So even with this guy putting $33,000 in the bank, which is statistically the pay of most people for a whole year, okay? Even somebody in the comments saying people would get arrested if they tried to take all their money out. This is what Bank of America did not want. They did not want people to come to that branch and freak out and be like, yo, give me my cash. There's safety security boxes at some of these banks. So for them not to even tell them, hey, we're closing, and then be like, oh yeah, here you go. This is crazy. But this is going to happen more. This is going to happen more. I promise you. Okay. You're going to start seeing more banks do this. I promise you. You're going to start seeing way more banks close. This is insane. The teller was reckless here. The manager was reckless. They need to make this man whole. Period. Point blank. Okay. All right. So now you're going to say, well, Ericka, that's just one bank. Now I could go through this and say, why is that happening? Right. And we can go deep into the rabbit hole, monetary policy and all this other stuff. But really what I want you to focus on is it's a credit crunch. These banks were not super profitable. The one thing they can loan on is housing loans. Depending on where they at, housing may not be great in that market. I keep telling y'all, last year, 2021, 48%, when Peter gets this wrapped up, put it on the screen, Peter. 48% of all home purchases were in the Southeast. Illinois, the complete state, not just Chicago, is losing people left and right. And if you actually watch some of the videos on here, you'll see a lot of the farm towns that only have 700 population, 500 population, 200 population. And they're in Illinois, they're losing people. People are dying, people are leaving. This happens, right? Where people move and shift around. It's not just the reset. It's also, we have a huge baby boomer population. Huge. The next biggest population is the millennials, 90 million millennials, 26 to 40 years old right now. So if 48% of all the house purchases were in the Southeast, and you sitting here and I'm talking to people and I'm like, I personally know there are people that would never buy a home. I'm not in denial about this. What I do see is the 10% is what if you read the book, Illusions of Entrepreneurship, it's about 10% of us that are business owners. Those people are going to buy more single family homes in the Southeast and rent them out. That's just what's going to happen, period. Right. So pay attention. That's a big thing. Big thing. Let me see if I can find it here. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. Yeah, this one. It's right here. All right. So this is how I talk about credit crunch. A cruise ship with hundreds of passengers has diverted to the Bahamas after U.S. judge granted a seizure of the vessel as part of a lawsuit over unpaid fuel. Now, you may have heard this and thought, well, this is a one-off. No, multiple ships have done this. And you're talking about $4 million in fuel. So think about that. You're talking about an over-leveraged company that's overextended. Okay. When your Uncle Ricky's overextended, can't pay his credit card bills, we say bad on Uncle Ricky. But we don't talk about the fact that this major company, a cruise ship, does not have $4 million to pay. That means they have to sell more cruise seats to get that money in to sell to be able to pay their bills. Listen, being over leveraged is one of the worst things you can experience. Trust me, I know, I've experienced it personally. It's a massive doozy to get out of it. And I promise you, when you look at these companies, this is a credit crunch. This is a prime example of a credit crunch. Multiple ships have done this at the tune of $4 million. So someone is having to hold that bill for them. Essentially, when you don't pay your bill, and the best way I can explain it, when you don't pay your bill, someone else is extending you credit, right? So workers lose $3 trillion in earnings during the pandemic. Women in Gen Z, which is 15 to 25, right, year olds, saw the biggest losses. Listen, I don't often agree with the manosphere folks. I don't often agree with the men pill talk or black pill, blue pill, pink pill, purple pill, whatever it is. But I kept telling y'all for 4 years now, if you're a woman and you have children and you have to work to pay significant bills in your house, you're subsidizing your husband's low income. Peter put subsidize on the screen, baby, because they ain't going to like it, but it's the truth. You're subsidizing the fact your husband cannot keep you at home. And people can say, call it whatever they will. Oh, Ericka, it's teamwork. We working together. I ain't taking care of no woman. Your wife is having to subsidize the fact you don't make enough income. Or y'all have high debt. One of the two. Keep it a buck. Now, if you have children, if 2/3 of all the daycares closed in 2020 and most have not reopened, what is happening? You will have to stay home and take care and raise your own children. When people keep crying about the schools not making their kids wear masks, making their kids do this, stay home with your own kids, raise your own kids, homeschool your own kids. First thing people say was, Ericka, everybody can't homeschool the kids. Half these kids are on computers. Half of them aren't even really learning at school. The society we're moving forward in is a certificate based. Can you do the job? Not can we keep passing you through school and you're not learning nothing. It's going to a certificate based society. People don't like it, but it's the truth. And when I sat here and I told y'all for 4 years that women are going home, women are going to be married more, right? All these femininity channels that popped up 2 years before Kevin Samuel got crazy. Okay. I'm just being very honest. Everybody's like, oh yeah, these women. I'm like, these women are experiencing it. I literally saw 2 women and I'm not trying to be funny. I saw 2 women who left New York and moved to Italy with a guy. Now, here's the funny part. Italy has a lot of people that live at home with their parents. Italy was basically in a recession before the 2020. Okay. And these women are leaving New York to live with these guys in Italy in a small cramped apartment. Okay. That tide has already came, right? And so this argument we hear on the internet, I laugh because it's silly, because it's mathematical. And me and my trainer get back and forth to it because I talk about it's the metrics. You know, you can run out here all day and tell all these women to lose weight and be nice, but if these men don't have money, they don't have jobs. For what? Yeah, I'm just trying to be honest. Like, in the comment section, feel free to go crazy on me, but I'm just telling y'all, like, you're gonna see a lot more people go home. In China just said these unmarried women need to marry these men that are unemployed. In China. Now, why is that such an issue? Because China is short 30 million women. So no woman should be single, right? No matter what's going on with old girl. She could be ugly as a buffalo. There's 30 million women short. There should be no single women in theory. Okay. So again, just a little putting it out there. Okay. So again, Google, let's back to the money. Let me get back. I know y'all be like, come on, Ericka. Back to the money. Google parent company announces a 20-for-1 stock split. Now I know Diamond Dave's going to do a speech on this, and I was going to put up a video on the Just Stock Profits channel. I'm going to do a whole little why I'm only buying oil and energy stocks, why I'm only buying dividend stocks, why I'm only buying. I have several videos coming out. Peter should be done with them, and they'll be releasing, and I'll share them in the community page, but it's on the Just Stock Profits channel. I talk about it more there because it's more concentrated. I'm literally going to talk about my M1 finance loan. How did that go? What did I think about it? I'm just going to go hardcore over there on it because I think it's more niche. I can talk about it there. The way companies get popular news and get y'all to talk about them is by literally doing stock splits. It just is what it is. There we go. See, I hate when this thing messes up. There we go. That better? Do y'all like that or no? Okay. So long story short, 20 for 1. So if you own 1 share, now you got 20 more. You're balling. You're balling out of control. We actually 19 more. It'll be about $128, but you already know that price gonna be up by the time this video comes out. Let me see. Where's my other one? Now this, not to be inappropriate, but I must go there. Grindr vanishes from China's app store days ahead of the Olympics. Let's go there for a second. What's happening here? What's happening here, right? You have a credit crunch. You have a very extreme income inequality in China. And then you will probably have a level of trafficking and prostitution happening during the Olympics. It happens in America. It happens in China. It happens everywhere. I think they just saved a lot of people from robbery here, where some guy promises to meet you, and then when he gets there, he beats you up and takes your money because you're a dumb American. Point blank period. I think that's what's going to happen. I think they just saved a lot of people from violence because that's the kind of economy we're in right now. Okay. Next one. Let me see here. Did I do this one already? Here we go. For those of you who are always talking about, well, I'm just going to get some crypto, Ericka. Now listen, in full disclosure on this channel, I am in a paid crypto group. I support Made 5. This is a 180-degree return from my Bitcoin is trash video. If I can put it here somewhere, Peter, put it here. Bitcoin is a scam kind of video. Now that I've gone to, again, another 10 masterminds and been more explained, more educated, okay, what's the potential? What's the future? What's a shit coin? What's an altcoin? What can this do? I've learned more, but again, this technology at the level we think we're going to be using it is still by the spearhead folks. It's still the TikTokers, the Instagrammers, the YouTubers who are at the spearhead of this. The level that they're talking about it, most Americans will take another 5 to 10 years for they're this level educated on it. Point blank period. So I'm in this group. I'm learning about the crypto. I'm paying a significant like $297 a month to be in this group because I just want to be educated on it and participate in the coming economy. But I will tell you, the IRS, this fantasy y'all live in that think the IRS won't be getting their money, getting their hands in your pockets, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Do you know how many people are skipping town because they owe PPP loans, or skipping town because they owe student loans, and you overseas and they trying to figure out how can they get the money from you? Baby, they getting everything they can. IRS is going to seize it. Let's be really honest. There's a level of human trafficking and a level of illegal activity being used through cryptocurrency and money laundering. No matter how the cryptocurrency heads try to hide that or not talk about that, that is a significant thing going on. When the IRS is seizing this money, it's when you actually dig through the records of who they're seizing it from, 9 times out of 10, it's like human traffickers, it's drug dealers, it's the cartel, it's Mexico, it's somebody connected to Mexico. It's got some funky business tied to it. So for people to try to play like, well, the IRS is just being reckless and seizing all these people's money. No, they're not. They're not. You know, they're not. Let's not play that game. But yeah, you can go right here. U.S. government regularly holds auctions for the stockpile of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies it seizes and then holds in crypto wallets. It really kicked off with the 2013. Okay, let's go there again. The 2013. This has been for years. This is almost 10 years now. 2013 takedown of the Silk Road, a dark web marketplace trading in illegal goods where Bitcoin was often used for payment. Okay, now people say, well, Ericka, that was 2013. People ain't using it for that no more. How dare you bring that up? Okay, y'all, if you say so. If you say so. Just prepare for the storm, y'all. Prepare for the storm, y'all. I just want y'all to understand like what's happening in front of you. Like it was used for illegal activities. Like they ain't lying. They ain't got no need to lie. Where's the other part? What I want to show y'all. Again, I love this. You should move. Like no matter if people say, Ericka, you always promoting Texas, you're always talking about moving. Listen to me. Some of these locations you're in, if you don't plan on owning land, owning a farm, owning a homestead there, you should move. You should get where you need to before the storm, right? And the storm is metaphorical. If those of you are like, what storm? The Austin, Texas storm? No, that's today. Let me see the other one. Okay, here we go. We go here. All right. So again, I like her page. I'm going to use a couple more things, and then I'm going to switch over to my conversation. Switch over to the second part, I guess, of the conversation we were having. Let me see here. Boom. Gosh, so many things. Like her page is a good page for this. I'm very proud of her page. I want y'all to go check it out. Just be like, Ericka sent you over there. Here we go. U.S. banks to close a record number of retail branches in 2021. On net, U.S. banks shuttered 2,927 branches last year, according to GMP Global Market Intelligence data. Wells Fargo was the top net branch closure, closing 267. Okay. All right. Again, just backing up the bank closing conversation. She's got a couple more. Now, what did I tell y'all about zombie companies? If you remember here on this channel, if you watch my older videos, when a company is a zombie, right, it has enough money to cover its debt. And put it in the comments if you know what it is. Tell me what zombie is, right? When a company has enough money to cover its debt, but not do new shit, right? It's still kind of hobbling. So this is one of the biggest plays in game history. Microsoft to acquire this. Why is Microsoft to acquire this? Honestly, in my opinion, like Microsoft Word, what's the most exciting thing that's happened in Microsoft since this? Nothing. Right? Most companies are making news and making gains in the stock market by acquiring things. You know what I mean? Like even people are like, it's worth tens and tens of billions of dollars. Again, it's who buys it determines what's the money. Again, even people in the comment section, all these mergers and acquisitions aren't a good sign for the economy. Duh. Right here in Austin, we have EA Sports. Again, pay attention to the signs out here. Banks are closing. Companies are doing a lot of acquisitions and mergers and sell-offs and all this other stuff. Think about it. Think about it, y'all. Let me see what else I had. I think that was the last one. Let me see. Might be. Okay. Anyway, that's about it. That's all. That's it. For her. Now, second part of the show. Just kind of giving y'all a in between. I'll talk about in between, and then I'll talk about like I want to do it. This is Rise to 20%. Why did I create this at the beginning of the pandemic and keep adding to it? Because I knew we had massive changes coming, right? So we have, and this is partly sales, and this is partly like me really educating y'all for a second. We have Old Neil talking about credit. We've got business credit and real estate. We've got Diamond Cut Media talking about credit. We've got Mobile Home Elite talking about trailer rental business in here. We've got, credit. We've got Care, Charm City Buyers. We've got Trucking Justin. We've got Facebook ads training from Kahari. We've got Mobile Home Elite Investors video. We've got Chase Tuning came on and did a video. We have future government contracts. We had a couple of different people coming in here. Sorry, we got all kind of stuff in here that needs to be fixed. Some of this needs to be fixed, some of it does, but we literally have constant conversation of different people about like I think Monty's coming to talk about farms. We've got people talking about how to start business under 20K. We got a lot of different stuff we keep adding to this thing because I want you to understand that we have so many components. We even have Mark Royal Russell in there talking about Facebook assets, talking about advertising, you name them. We've got Flipping Houston in there talking about wholesaling. We've got Nas the Duru talking about wholesaling. Like if you don't know who some of these people are, I could quickly show on their page. It's counseling people in there because the conversation needs to be had, right? And if you went and interviewed any of those people or went to end their courses separately, it'd be like $10,000. So a lot of times you're providing value to people, and I will continue to provide value and push things into these courses. But I want you to understand that the platform and the economy itself is changing. So again, hop into those, educate yourself, credit, business, you name it, Middleman to Millions course. Literally, we have people talking about roofing, cleaning companies, handyman services, you name it, it's in there. And the reason I did that is because I knew we were having some shifts, right? The whole joke about farmers becoming millionaires and blue collar folks being millionaires, it's here, right? There's a big wave of tech, there's a big wave of courses, but the course game is going to slow down for most people. And here's why. Because most people won't have the money in the economy, right? The people that do have the money, they're going to network. If you've noticed what Him 500 did, say what you want about Him 500, he has created a little communities around his XRP. And again, to look this up, and those people interact with each other and network each other and build and buy in their spaces. Prime example, I had the CLASSYIT tour. We had two ladies come. They bought a Airbnb in Mobile, Alabama together, or Gulf Shore, something, Alabama. Then we had some other people come in and buy something in another state. Then we had two ladies come together and work on their business together. Then we had two people come and do other stuff. Like the partnership levels are insane in Classy Climbers because when you get around people who are wanting to do something, that's the change. We're having one more big last Classy Climbers tour in Houston, Texas. It's a big closeout because I'm going on like mini retirement vacation, period. Also, we'll have one more boat party, big, and that's it, right? Now you're gonna say, Ericka, why? What do you mean they're gonna do it yesterday? I'm telling you this because a lot of creators, what you're gonna see, and my goal in all my courses is to create more leaders, to create more other people who can lead, even the coaching class. I want to start putting most of their stuff on the community wall. So you'll go with people who can teach, right? Who are well ready to do so. Prime example, I'm showing this person, I am surviving vegan. Why am I showing you her? Because the average person does about 4 to 5 years. It's a 2 to 5 year run. And I know y'all get mad when I keep saying this. It's a 2 to 5 year run when you're really pumping business. Now let's break it down. When I'm talking about YouTube or digital real estate, we have 2 topics: money topics and misery topics. Now, what are misery topics? Misery topics are ranting, bidding, a circle jerk, post-tide arguments, sports when sports teams loses, gossip. Now, is there money in misery topics? It depends. If you're Osage Jackson or you're doing celebrity gossip or you're doing certain things, AdSense can reward you. You can get a lot of traffic and get rewarded. But majority of misery topics don't pay. Why? Because their audience is miserable and in poverty. Okay. That's why. Okay. Money topics, health, healthy relationships, money. There's a woman the other day, I went on her page. I was at the gym and the YouTube kept just auto finding people. Her name is Lynn Richardson. She literally was basically having almost like a Bible study accountability in a YouTube video. And I was watching, I was like, kicking butt, get it, girl. And she had like 150,000 subscribers. I keep telling y'all every day, this YouTube platform will have older, younger, whoever people get in here, get in their niche, and make money off positivity because it's there. So health, relationships, money, healthy talk, you're going to have it. It's going to make a ton of money. So prime example, she's retiring in 100 days. If you've seen her page, you've seen her commentary, she makes a killing. Her husband, her family make a lot of good money off of talking about veganism, right? Surviving Vegan Academy. She has hundreds of students who can make content. So she's been a content creator, quotation mark, for 4.5 years. So she has all these other coaches underneath her that can literally do what? It makes you a lead magnet. It makes you a rainmaker. If other people come up underneath you and start teaching, they can go, hey, I learned from her, or, oh, I came out of her academy. Well, what's going to happen? Just like Earn Your Leisure has majority of the people that come on and do an interview, they literally have a 20% affiliate for when they come on. So anything they say, so they get the interview, but they also get the affiliate money on the back end. And so whatever purchase people purchase. So they become a rainmaker of some sorts. And so because we had the pandemic, right? And in this pandemic, folks really, and if you're in my YouTube class or you're in my digital real estate class, we broke down some of these people's websites. She has thousands of students underneath her now at this point. Any of them can come make content. Any of them can drop videos, but running a business full-time is extremely taxing. She's right, on your mind, body, and spirit. Okay. It just is. It's mentally exhausting when you're by yourself. She has a whole family. She just had another baby. And so you want your students, and I have several, to come up to the next level and start teaching, start learning, start distributing. And again, being a rainmaker is hard, but you can do it. And if you're smart about it, everybody grows. It's a win-win for everybody. So again, money topics will always make money. You don't have to worry about that. They just will. Let me see here. There's my other part I had on here. Like there's a young lady, I think she's coming on. She had, we're interviewing her. She has a call center, and another person for government contracts is coming on. So, we just have a lot of people that we bring onto this platform. We bring into the courses. We bring into that are pure value. Anytime somebody complains about any of the courses missing anything, I'm like, y'all, we have over 200 hours of content inside those courses. Almost each and every course has over 200 hours of content. You have not watched 200 hours of content. Again, Peter, put it on screen. 200 hours. You have not watched it. There's no way. We've been building these things for 2-3 years now. There's no way you've watched everything. Get focused. Get in there. Watch it. Take action. Let me see what else. Let me see. And this is kind of somewhat to the argument of when people are like, oh, you're lying about how much money stuff makes. And again, you can go on here and see this. You really can. Boom. Here's her event. Learn how to make $1 million, right? She made over $4 million the past 4 years. You can learn here and watch this, right? I'm always promoting whoever. Again, food, health, skin, detoxing. You see it, the detox teas to this day making killer money. because they just will. Even this right here, let me see if I pull it up. I saw Terry post it earlier. Let me put and post it. Let me see here. She has, okay, here it is, singles mansion. So if you actually look at the people who are in this video, and I'm not playing the audio for particular reasons, majority of these people are influencers in their own right. Right? They're influencers in their own right, and they're literally making TV shows. That's what this is. I'm gonna open up every single one of them just so you can kind of see for yourself what I'm saying. Let me see if I go like this. Yeah, okay. And so what is the future of a lot of this? Okay. You're gonna see some people, I'm trying not to laugh. You're gonna see a lot of these people create shows, still create content, still do all this stuff, but it's just moving in a different direction. It's really not about course sales as much if you guys really understand the power of the internet, the power of all this stuff. It's attention. You know, what's the 48 laws of power? Seek attention at all costs. That's why you see so many people going into podcasting. That's why you see so many people moving around. I'm trying to say it the nicest way, just moving around. The money's moving around for sure. And that's why when people sit here and say, oh, you're selling courses. And I just laugh about it because I'm like, I can show you on this internet where we can go have a cleaning business and the cleaning business pays me 5 to 10K every month. Right? We can show you how this platform pays me enough in traffic to do other businesses and be free. Long and story short, I'll be in Eastern Europe. Like I'm going to take a longer vacation than originally planned, and I'm going to be in Eastern Europe. I'm going for a particular reason, and I'm out. So, you know, I'm just trying to show y'all and teach y'all all the stuff that's the possibilities, because if you actually pay attention to a lot of these folks, once they get 1 to 5 rental properties, that's a business in itself, right? All the people talking about Torino cars and Airbnb, like Airbnb, yes, business because it's real estate based more. But that whole Torino thing, that's that stimmy money. That stimmy money gone. That stimmy money is gone, y'all. And this is a whole business model. This young lady posted all like this stuff like this on Instagram. This is a whole business model. This takes hours. This takes staff. This takes staff and a phone and snapping. And what you learn is after you do about 4 or 5 years of this, you can make it go left or right. What do I mean left or right? Left or right, you can either dig more deeply into making more and more content every day, all day, or you can start segueing your money into ways to retire. And what you're going to learn is a lot of these folks, the one lady I say is always the best off is Aisha Selden, right? She had a full-time job running I don't know, Edward Jones or whatever the hell it is. And she literally took that money and bought real estate. You cannot go wrong purchasing real estate. She has about, I don't know how many exact rentals, but she kicks in about 30 to 40K a month in rental income. And people say, well, it's not $1 million a year. It's not $1 million a year. But if you do $30,000 and she buys those things in cash, $30,000, and she bought in Philly when it was like low income, times 12 months is $360,000. This woman bought a whole other house in California, built it, redid it from the ground up, built onto it, added onto it. You know, there's a lot here that many people are not going to understand. That real estate is really the push. A lot of these people are going to go in and out of business, but if they're in real estate's really where long-term they'll make their money. And you can't buy all crappy properties. You can't buy all Detroit properties. You can't buy all Cleveland. You can't just keep going to double down in one area. You really can go in other areas. Again, Julian, multifamily. Again, why am I bringing this up? Why am I talking about this? Because I want y'all to understand the money is moving. The puck is moving. The money is moving. And just educate yourself. Get in the right rooms and educate yourself. Because literally, you know, even here when I talk about this jokingly, like buy one house a year for 10 years, you'll be better than everybody else. You buy one house a year, buy one fourplex every year for 10 years. Again, he's talking about 192,000 passive income, right? People don't think about that. That's a business in itself. Owning a rental is a business in itself. And a lot of people sit here and go, Ericka, oh, I don't want to own a business. I don't want to start a business. I don't want to own a business. I don't want to own no rentals. I don't want to clean no toilets. All this silly conversation. I want you to understand where the economy is moving. You know, a lot of you are like, well, I just want to put money in the stock market. That's fine. Are you educating yourself? Are you taking stock classes? Because if you're not, it's about to be a rough next couple years for you. You know? And so I'm not trying to bash you over the head. I'm not trying to bore y'all to death with this conversation. The first half of this was about banks closing, and the second half about this is online money moving. It's moving around. Is the stock market going to bottom? For sure. For sure. But are you getting trained on how to make money, whether it's up or down? Because I'm going to tell you in other videos on other channel, all I'm talking about is buying oil and energy, You know, gas going to go up. You know, this is going to go up. You know, the cost of certain things are going to go up. Again, I work with high income, high yield dividends. That's it. I don't have to go high. I don't have to go hardcore. I don't have to go super hardcore on, I just don't have to go super hardcore in certain things. And I hope that makes sense to y'all. I did this because of like the whole Tasha K ain't making no money. And it's just ignorant. It's stupid talk. It don't even make sense when you hear people actually say it. It's actually like the most crazy thing you've ever heard in your life. So hope this was helpful. If it wasn't, I'm sorry. If it was rambling, I'm sorry. I definitely want you to understand that your girl gonna be in the Baltics. She's gonna be gone. And what we're waiting on, honestly, is our summer permits. So our summer permits will be in, and we'll start our construction on our single family homes in the Central Texas market, and also hopefully the apartment complex deal. So we're hoping for that. We'll knock on wood. There's so many things I could talk to y'all about on here, but we'll save it for another day. This is your girl Ericka, Classy Climb blog. You'll probably get the raw cut of this version, and then Peter will chop it up and make it better. All right, you guys, have a great day.